Casts net to catch fish but never expects to catch a female corpse. The man was so scared that he fell to his knees and begged for mercy. It turned out that just a few days before, he had thrown his wife into the river and killed her with a hammer. But the man did not know that. His wife was a goldfish fairy from heaven. She had been wounded by a monkey and had fallen to earth to marry and have children. The man came home and told his daughter Annie that her mother had accidentally fallen into the river and disappeared. The girl is distraught and runs to the river in search of her mother. Just then, a glowing goldfish appeared in front of her. As the girl looked on in amazement, the goldfish made the sound of her mother's voice, saying that he would always be by her side and watch over her, to make her rich and prosperous for the rest of her life. Hearing her mother's gentle voice, and could no longer hold back her thoughts, she took her in her hands and pressed her to her face, and so the girl would come to the river every day to bring her mother food. Since her father had married her stepmother, the girl's place in the family had fallen. Every day she washed and cooked and cleaned as if she were a servant. The father, under the spell of her stepmother, beats and kicks her all day long. To survive, Annie had to kneel before her family every day and beg them to let her live. One day Annie went to the river to feed the fish as usual. She didn't realize that her sister was following her and overhearing the conversation between mother and daughter. The girl was horrified and rushed home to tell her mother. The stepmother realized that the goldfish must have been made by Annie's mother. She came up with a brilliant idea. She found a random excuse to get rid of only Annie. She then had her daughter come to the river dressed as her sister to lure the goldfish in and catch her unawares. The stepmother's face became very twisted as she grabbed the goldfish with a vengeance. Little did she know that in the near future, she will pay a terrible price for what she has done. When she got home, she cooked up a delicious roast goldfish. In the evening, her stepmother, uncharacteristically, allows Annie to eat at the table, and she kept bringing her a bowl of roasted goldfish. The girl was so flattered that she thought her stepmother had found her conscience. She ate happily. Just then a wicked smile appeared on her stepmother's face. She said she had caught a golden goldfish in the river today and it was delicious. Annie froze, spat out her rice and ran to the river in search of her mother goldfish. But no matter how she called out, the river was silent and untouched. Heartbroken, Annie returned home. She found the golden scales her stepmother had scraped off and buried them in the earth, kneeling down and crying. But to her surprise, the next day a miracle happened. By her mother's grave, a strong tomato tree sprouted.